Hey everyone, I'm the Chess Nerd, and today I'm going to present to you one of the games I played with the white pieces that is quite impressive. So I hope you like it, and this is the game. So I'm the white pieces, and my opponent, who's the black pieces here, takes here on move 25, and once I take back, he plays his first mistake, which is e5, and I want to open up the c file. So I bring my pawn to d5 here, attacking the knight. His knight doesn't have many good options. d4 isn't an option, d8 is quite passive, so he decided to attack with knight d4. And this is where I start to exploit black's back rank. So I play rook c7, attacking the queen, and my opponent makes another mistake. He plays queen d8, which is quite passive, and after rook d7, his queen is again attacked, and he has to defend his d6 pawn, so he plays queen f6. And this is where I try to enter the 7th rank. So I play rook c1, c7, attacking the bishop. Not that I would take the two rooks for bishop and queen, but it's definitely a threat. So he quickly plays bishop f8, and here I play rook takes h7. And white are clearly better here. Not only that, black don't have many options. So my opponent is a bit panicking. I have a very, very enticing attack here with two rooks. And so my opponent plays knight b5. And the point of knight b5 is to put a little pressure on my rook and hoping that he will exchange rooks after I take the b7 pawn right here. But that's not going to happen. My rooks are too strong to make a potential exchange. So I fight back without moving my rook, and I play bishop h4, attacking his queen once again. And at this point, my opponent just wants a way out, so he tries to exchange my queen on d2 with queen f4. And this is the move where I hang my rook here, and my queen on d2 with one move. So everything can be taken, but nothing is good. So this is the magical move right now. I play knight d7. So notice that black can take my rook on c7. Notice that black can take my queen on d2. And notice that black can take my rook on h7. Although he can all do those things, none of them are good. So let's start with the first variation, the obvious queen takes queen. This doesn't work because obviously white can play checkmate in one move, knight f6 checkmate. Second variation is that black takes my rook on c7. This is the most reasonable variation. I mean, he takes my rook, and now this rook is also undefended, and then this queen is also undefended. But still, I can take his queen here, and if black takes my queen back, then there's checkmate, knight f6. So he can't do this, and so black needs to take my rook because knight f6 checkmate was threatened. And here the position drops completely after queen f7 check, and king h7 isn't possible, and queen h6, king h6 is also really bad. I think it loses after knight f6. Also here I have knight f6 simply to take the rook if I want. So this also loses. I also have a rook there that I can take. So this isn't an option. The most spectacular variation is if black take my rook here on h7. I have double check, knight f6 check, and two options for black here. Number one, king h8, rook h7 checkmate, and on king h6 here, rook h7 checkmate, which is quite impressive. The best variation for black here, this is not what black played, but the best variation is for bishop e7. Bishop e7 prevents the threat knight h6 here. That would have done checkmate. But white have a crazy move here again. I didn't play this because my opponent didn't play bishop e7, but the crazy move is bishop takes e7, once again hanging the rook on c7, the queen on d2, and the rook on h7. All three cannot be taken once again because knight takes e7, queen takes f4, and this is another crazy variation. So black can't take my queen back because of checkmate, right? Because of the bishop on e7, which is kind of crazy. And simply taking back my rook, queen f7 is also monstrous, followed by knight f6 or knight takes b8. Both are completely winning. So knight takes c7 isn't an option here. Queen takes d2 as well isn't an option because of the easy knight f6 checkmate. So here, after king takes h7, we have the splendid bishop g5, protecting my queen, but that's the least of my worries, threatening double checkmate here with knight f6 and rook h7 checkmate. And so, once again, black needs to take my rook. I mean, if he takes my queen, I have checkmate. So he needs to take my rook, giving up his queen. And after simply takes, knight f6 wins the rook here, and this is enough for white to win the game. So even bishop e7, which is the computer's best variation against this line, still loses. Now, this is what happened in the game. After knight d7 here, black foolishly took my rook on c7, and I took his queen, removing the defender of the f6 square, threatening checkmate here. Because black can't take back my queen because I would play checkmate, he instead played bishop e7 very quick. It was a 3-minute game online, and so with the white pieces, I responded with queen f7 checkmate. So this is the end of the analysis. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please like, subscribe, and share.